My name is Chris. I am the program manager down here in Houston, Texas. I'm covering for Abby today. Today we'll be going through a 20 minutes of a flexology. We're really going to be focusing on back, hips, and legs today. Kind of know that gets really tight sitting at our desk all day, driving in our cars. We're in a seated position a lot, so we're going to try to open some of that up. Before we get started, we have some notes. If you take a look here on your screen, you'll see that we do have that Health Fitness Winter Games going on right now. Right now is event 2, the alpine skiing. So the plank ups is the move for the next couple of days until the 13th. So be sure to get your plank ups in and submit them there. You can click that link. Then we have the skaters coming up for ice hockey in a couple of days, tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. As well as next Wednesday, a week from yesterday, we have the cooking demo coming up with the cheesy beef and veggie burritos. I have not tried these, but they look fire. So I'm excited to see Misty do that cooking demo next week. And I'm even more excited to try them. Okay, let me stop presenting here. I'm going to highlight myself for y'all, or I guess spotlight is the correct term. Okay. I kick my shoes off for this class, not a requirement. You don't have to do that. It's just something that I like to do. All right. I like to allow my feet to have opportunity to stretch and flex as well while I'm kind of working on everything else. Okay. So we're going to keep it nice and simple. We're going to really hit the back of the legs first. So standing position, standing nice and tall. I'm going to jut one leg out. All right. So my right leg is sticking out, heel down, toes up. That foot is going to stay in that position. Left leg supporting me. I'm just going to slide my hands down that leg. Try to get as close to that foot as I can, if not all the way to the foot. Heel driving to the ground, toes staying up to the sky. You'll feel that calf stretching out, the hamstring, and even up into the glute here. Here for just a bit. Come back up. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, all right? We're going to stick that leg out, heel down, toe up. Let those hands glide down that leg. If you're anything like me, you'll notice a lot more tightness on one side, or even just a little bit more tightness. I tend to hold a lot of my stress and tense up on my left side. So bring it back up. We're gonna go back to the right one more time, or the other leg one more time here, all right? Try to get a little deeper into it than you did that first time. Don't push into any pain here, though. It's gonna be uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful. You come back up, same thing on the left side. One more time here. I like to give the back of the legs and the hips and back a lot of love because sitting at our desk all day in a seated position most of our days, all right, come back up to the top. The hamstrings stay in a shortened position. So then when we stand up and they stretch out, it tends to pull on our back and makes our back hurt. So I'm trying to fix all of that. I know I deal with it, so I'm sure probably some of y'all do. So that's why we're giving a little bit more love to the back than the front. Okay, so we're going to hit the front of the leg now. I'm going to use this wall for a little bit of support here because my balance, I don't feel like falling on camera today. So I'm going to pull my heel to my glute, but I don't want this knee forward of my body. I want this knee back. All right, so I'm really stretching out that quad and that hip flexor of that quad that's stretching out. The quad is that big muscle on the front of your thigh. If you want to add a little more of a stretch here, if this isn't enough, add a forward lean to it, keeping that heel in contact with that glute and that knee driven back. Release. Same thing on the other side here. I'm just going to turn around again because I'm going to use the wall as some support. Pull that heel to that glute if you can get it all the way there. Drive that knee back. Ooh. Like I said, I'm a lot more tightness on my left side. So as soon as I drove that knee back, I didn't need to add anything else to it. Keep breathing, get deep into the stretch as you can. Okay, release. I'm actually just going to drop the camera down just a little bit here now because we're actually going to get down on the mat now. We're going to start in a quadruped position, tabletop, all fours, however you want to call it. We're going to be on all fours here. Knees below the hips, hands kind of slightly ahead of the shoulders, about even with the head here. And what we're going to do is focus on some hip mobility. Okay, so I'm going to keep my back flat. I'm going to try not to rotate my body left and right, but I'm going to open the hip laterally and bring it back. All right, I'm just going straight out and back, and then back down. Sorry. So out, back starting position. All right. So we're just going to do one side right now repeatedly. Okay, so nice and controlled up, and bring it back down. Just do a handful of reps here. Keep breathing. I'm sure you're noticing as I open my hip up, I want to like rotate my body. I'm going to try to counter that and keep my back straight. One more rep here. Okay, we're going to stay in this all fours position. The leg you were just working with in that lateral movement, we're going to do a hip extension now. So we're going to stay all fours, except for now I'm kicking that leg out and back. All right. So I'm kicking it, I'm kicking it back and up. So really flexing that glute to get that leg back there. And again, working on some movement through that hip. So we did a lateral flexion, and then now we're doing an extension of the hip. Nice and controlled extension and retraction. A handful of reps here. Let's keep working. And last rep. Ooh, okay. Take a second, shake it out. I need to shake my arms out. My arms got a little tired there. I was leaning on them pretty hard. We're gonna do the exact same thing with the other side now. So we just did a lateral flexion and extension of the hip on one side. We're gonna do the other now. All right. So set up, get that lateral flexion. Try not to let that body roll and control that leg going out and bringing it back in. Keep it controlled, keep breathing. Last rep. Again, if you notice one side's harder than the other, it's the same for me. That left side does not want to cooperate as much as the right. All right, so we're going to go into the extension now. So remember, we're kicking that leg back and up. Keep breathing, keep working here. One more rep. Okay. Ooh, you can come up to your knees, take a breath real quick. We're going to go back quadruped, but we're going to be focusing instead of the hips, we're going to be focusing on the back now, all right? So rotation through the spine, okay? So we're going to go quadruped again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right arm, reach through my left leg and left arm, and I'm going to slide out as far as I can, slide that right hand through as far as I can, drop that elbow down to the mat, and if I can, get the shoulder all the way down to the mat. Get a nice rotation through the spine here. I'm just gonna hang out here at the bottom for a second, let that back open up a little bit. Now, what I want to do here is keep my eyes on this hand, this right hand, and I'm gonna open it up towards the ceiling, following that hand with my eyes the whole time. Feed it back through. And open it back up. Eat it back through. And open it back up. We got one more of those. Feed it back through. And open it up. Okay, we're going to bring that hand down. We're going to reset ourselves in that quadruped position. We're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side now, all right? So I'm going to feed my right hand through. Excuse me. Now I'm on my left. I'm feeding my left hand through. Again, trying to get that elbow to the floor and then trying to get that shoulder down to the mat as well. And I struggle doing anything with this left side, so it's going to take a little more concentration for me. Follow that hand with the eyes and open it up. Feed it back through. And open it up. Feed it back through. Up. One more time here. Okay. One of our last moves in the quadruped position. We're going to go again, focusing on some of the back here instead of hips or anything else. We're going to stay quadruped and we're going to do a cat cow. So what that looks like is knees below the hips, hands about level with the face. I'm going to try to scrunch the floor together, tuck my chin down, round my spine. I apologize. I said that backwards. We try to spread the floor apart, tuck our chin down, round our back up to the sky. I'm literally pushing my hands that way, my knees that way to really create that tension in my back, to round it. And then we're going to do the opposite, go into cow. Try to scrunch the mat together. Drop that belly down to the floor, drive through that spine down, arch the back, chin up. Back to cat. Back to cow. Cat. Cow. Cat one more time. Cow. Okay. Shake those arms out. We're actually going to move from quadruped into a kneeling position. Okay. So this is going to hit a little bit of everything in the lower body, hips, legs, ankles, all that. All right. So what I'm going to do here is place my heel under this knee. All right. I don't want my foot back here. I don't want my foot way out here. Foot underneath the knee. Keep that back toe tucked, not pointed, tucked like this. And I'm going to shoot my knee as far forward over my toes as I can get it. Hips down towards the heel. I'm gonna add a rotation towards that front leg. Untwist here. I'm still keeping my hips down and forward. I'm gonna bring my hands down to the mat and then up to the sky, following the hands with the eyes, keeping the hips down and forward, really stretching out that hip flexor. Okay, release. I'm gonna shift my weight back onto that tucked toe. Shift that weight back, rock up on this heel on this front one, and we're stretching out the hamstring and calf again. You can get to that foot, grab that foot, pull it towards you. If not, just grab as low down on your leg as you can. Okay, release that. We're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side here. So I'm gonna drop my right knee down. I'm gonna pick that left one up. Remember, this knee is down below my hip. This heel is under this knee, and I'm gonna drive those hips forward and down. Remember, back toe tucked, rotating towards that front leg. Excuse me. Okay, release. Keep those hips down and forward. Bring both those hands down inside that leg to the mat. Bring them up to the sky, following the hands with the eyes, keeping the hips down and forward. Get back and flex or stretch. Release. Shift that weight back onto that that touch toe, sorry. Rock up on that front heel and try to, keep that leg straight. My knee just popped up. Keep that leg straight. Try to get as far down as you can to that leg. It was way harder for me on that side. So again, if you're feeling imbalances, I think we all kind of are. We're gonna use one side more than the other. So we're gonna hold tension more on one side than the other. So that makes sense. Okay. Now we're gonna switch back to kneeling. I'm my other knee forward. I don't want to spend too much time on one knee. My knee personally starts to bother me. So where we were kneeling straight forward a little bit earlier, I'm going to open that up 45 degrees. All right, not quite 90, but I'm just going to open it up 45 degrees. Heel still below the knee. I'm going to push that the knee out over those toes, keeping my body facing forward. My knee about a 45 degree angle away from me. Push it as deep into it as you can, keeping that whole foot in contact with the floor. Bring it back. We're going to open it up to 90 degrees now. So all the way open. This right foot is facing all the way right. I am still facing forward. And I'm going to push my weight out that way, driving that knee over the toe. And I use my hand on the inside of my knee to not let my knee cave in, okay? Because that tight hip flexor and the tight adductors are going to pull that knee in. So I push it out with my arm and lean into it. Again, not going to be the most pleasant thing, but it shouldn't, we shouldn't be pushing into pain. Release, bring it back up, drop that knee down. Ooh, that felt good. Bring that other one up. We're going to open it up 45. We already went forward, all right? So we're going to open it up to that 45, keep our bodies forward, and lunge out over. Remember, foot still entirely in contact with the floor, and the knee driving out over those toes, trying to keep my upper body up right here. Bring it back. 90 degrees, the fun one. Use the hand to not let that knee cave in. I certainly need to. My knee wants to drift inward, and I'm not getting as effective of a stretch and mobilization as I want. Ooh. Okay. Release. Last but not least, we're going to do a quick flow into the end of class. I'm going to point my toes here. I'm going to sit back onto my heels here, really stretching out the front of the calves, which is what we call the tibialis, the front of the shin, and even my quads. Keep my hips sat down, and I'm going to lean forward, tucking my chin, reaching out as far as I can, really letting that back open up. Still trying to keep my hips seated down onto my heels. Okay. shift your weight forward. We're going to keep all fours on the ground, okay? So what we're going to do, leave our hands in contact with the floor, and I'm going to bring that right foot up. I leave my hands in contact with the floor as long as I can. I'm going to bring the left one now, right? So my hands are still touching the floor, legs bent. I'm really bent over here. I'm going to slowly straighten my legs, let my head and my shoulders hang. Right, so I'm still touching the floor on my toes here with my legs straight. All right, so I'm slowly gonna push my hips forward. I'm not gonna pull my body up. I'm gonna push my hips forward, and it's gonna force my upper body to come up. I'm gonna still let my head and my shoulders hang. I'm dragging my hands up over my shins, head and shoulders hanging, hands coming over the knees, hips going forward, hands over the quads, head and shoulders still hanging. Hips all the way forward, squeeze the glutes, get up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, put that chin up, take a nice deep breath. And release. And that's all I got for us for Flexology today. Thank y'all for joining me. I really needed that, so I hope y'all needed it as much as I did. Y'all have a great day. I'll see y'all next time.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you,
thanks.
Chris.